Here right now with a couple of fellow Massachusettsites. Is that how you say it?
Massachusettsites.
It sounds pretty good. Yeah. So Red Sox and Celtics and Bruins
Well, you
fans,
got it.
right?
Right.
Yeah. Patriots. Can't forget the
Patriots,
Patriots.
right.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's see. We got Deb Poor and Mike Green, both from Bristol Community College, which is out in Fall River. I got that right, right? Okay, good. So how you doing?
Very good. How are you?
Good, good. So I wanted to talk to you a little, ask you a little bit about the program you're involved with at Bristol and what you're doing. And so what do you got here? I mean, what program are you involved in? What are you
In
working on?
aquaculture, hard shell clam quahog raising
Oh,
program.
I love quahogs.
You do, huh? You know what to do with them?
I
We're trying to
I
get
eat
them
them
to that point to your
So
plate.
you can enjoy them.
Trying to get them from the water to your plate.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Oh, that's
That
pretty
is
neat.
much more verse than this.
Yeah, yeah.
We've been working on this program at Bristol Community College now for the past 3 years. We're trying to raise hardshell clam seed, Mercenera, to be released into the Westport River. We've released probably roughly around 500,000 shellfish seed into the river since we began the project. We start with the very small shellfish at approximately 5 millimeters in length. And we grow them in what is a very nice model of what it is we're working with, created by Michael Green. We have is called a downweller system in Fall River. Right
So
here.
that's that
This is
picture
the
right there is
model,
that.
correct,
Over
with
dock,
that.
yes.
Ah, interesting.
We take our seed, we place them in these what are called silos. Here's a better picture of one. And what we do is we work with them and rear them for approximately the entire season, from June to the beginning of October, end of October, beginning of November. And we will rear them from the 5 milliliter seed to approximately the size of a nickel, which is 4 times the size when they first come into our hands. We're trying to protect them from predation, which is why we rear them in this particular kind of a setup. They're protected here. Every other day we go, we clean their little silos out, we give them a bath in fresh water, we soak them in fresh water as well to help destroy this issue that we're having with barnacles. The barnacles will come in and set on the seed, the little seed.
Wow.
And these animals have little feet that stick out the end. Here's a picture of them right here. They look like little feathers. They come in and they take the food from the area of the shellfish, so they start to deplete their food supply, and they cause a problem later when we release them for them to dig into the sand. They don't have the kind of energy that they would need to take another whole animal down with them, so they stop right at the beginning of this animal, and they become prey again, little hors d'oeuvres for the crabs that are crawling around and the fish that are swimming around. So we want to remove these, and so we remove these painstakingly,
Oh, no kidding.
right?
Wow.
By hand,
A lot of work right
36,000
there.
of
A lot
them
of work.
by hand.
Wow.
So what they do is they will die from soaking in the fresh water, and we snap them off. So when we release them, they'll be able to dig into the ground and grow to maturity.
Wow.
And most people don't realize that the shellfish, the clams and quahogs that we enjoy so much, take about 5 years to become big enough for us to harvest them and to eat them. So it's a renewable and sustainable food source. And it's good for the environment while they're growing for 5 years. They're filtering the seawater for us for free. And so it's a very, very good project.
That's great. Now they'll actually grow without being in the mud, right?
Yes, yes.
Well,
they'll
how big
grow-
will they get? Being out of the, do they have to eventually get into the
Yeah, we put them
into
back
the
in the
mud?
sand,
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, they'll, as
To the
soon as
sand,
we
yeah.
release them,
Yeah.
we'll physically take them out of the silos. We
Yeah.
drive them up to the Westport River, where we'll go out on a boat with the Shellfish Harbor Master.
Yeah.
After we've sent them to be checked, make sure they're not carrying any disease, and we will take them out and we will spray them into the river manually by hand, so that they'll be able to settle down through the water column onto the mud and sand, and then they will eventually dig within the next 24 hours into the sand, and they'll be
Wow.
safe now they're on their
That's
own.
really neat. Now you put these in a river. What's the salinity? You know, I think of a river as being fresh water, right?
All right. Well, this is a saltwater
It is,
saltwater
okay.
area.
Uh-huh.
It's
Not only
brackish.
right?
Yeah.
The salinity has been about 28%,
And
so
what
we're
is-
in good shape.
Like what is the ocean or the Cape Cod Bay or?
Between 30, 32%.
Yeah.
32 is kind of high, but so they're in good shape. We do have a drop in salinity when we have a lot of rain because the water level is so low. We have a lot of flats
Yeah.
in that area where they're being released, so we are careful with that. Their growth levels will fluctuate with the decrease in salinity. So
Wow, that's pretty. It sounds like a really fun project.
it's
really
very hard
interesting.
work.
It's work, yes.
And
This is about a 15-year-old.
that's a 15-year-old.
Right there, so
is that full? And that's like a full size picture right there.
No,
That's a big
not,
quahog, huh?
If this was the actual size, that'd be
Yeah.
about 40 years old.
Oh, I was going to say, yeah, that's a huge
If that was
quahog.
that was the actual
Yeah.
size, and that's about as old as they get, about
Yeah.
40 years old.
Yeah.
Yep. And what we have here is a graph of the size that we can show you. We have both width and height of the clams as they're growing from the seed, and they're pretty equal. As we've got them, they're pretty equal as they grow, both width and length, so that we're doing something right. They're growing very well.
They are consistent.
Now, when you graduate, what are you looking at for? What are you thinking about doing after graduation? What are your plans?
Well, myself, I'm into freshwater and wastewater.
Uh-huh.
And Deb, this is her.
It's my baby.
Right here.
Okay, so you have plans to?
Well, what I'd like to do, my hopes are, I'm an actual water treatment operator,
Uh-huh.
and my hope is to stay in the water treatment field. I'm in environmental engineering. I'll have my environmental engineering degree next summer. I'm hoping to continue to work with Bob, my professor, Mr. Robert Reck, and continue this program, hopefully to get it to really catch on. We're going to be working with the Swansea people, Swansea shellfish. Next year is the people from Swansea want us to do the same program for them.
And Swansea is a town in Massachusetts.
Yes, it's a neighboring town of Somerset and Fall River, and they want us to utilize the money that they've been collecting from opening their beds for shellfish license and do the same system. They want to help replenish their area as well. So they've come to Professor Robert Rack from BCC to incorporate what it is we're doing for Westport as well.
Oh, that's excellent. Looks like really
People
fun
have
stuff.
heard about it, they like it, and it's catching on.
Yeah. Oh, this is cool stuff. Well, thank you both very
Thank
much.
you. Thank you
Appreciate
very
it.
much.
Thank
you very much.
Yep.
Thanks a lot. Okay.